Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Night and day, back again. Back in the world of Final Fantasy XVI. So here we are in the Hideaway. People, Sid's associates, going about their daily routines, and we've got stuff to do. Hello, Goots. How you doing, buddy?
Forge is down the end. Just follow the sound of Blackthorn's hammer.
Okay.
Forge is down the end. Just follow the sound of Blackthorn's hammer.
So yeah, we have to get ready for our journey, which means speaking to the blacksmith Blackthorn, as well as...
Does it look like there's room
yet?
here for another bloody crate?
No,
Nope.
Lady Karen. I'm sorry, Lady Karen.
Yeah, that is Karen, and Karen spelled like the way of the Greek or the mythological creature that guides people, the riverboatman who takes people across the river Styx. But yeah, that's Karen. We'll get to know her soon. She's currently just listed as Cantankerous Crone. She is a bit cantankerous. But like most people in the game who are allies of Cid, we'll find out she has a good heart
Are you
as we
Blackthorn?
go along.
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Cid to Lostwing, and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to a holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so?
Yeah, so Goots was right. He said Blackthorn wouldn't pay attention to us unless we did a little quid pro quo here, and this dude... Jeez, that's a little bit dark of a description. A noisome spirit better suited to stripping oil from a painter's canvas than consumption. That stuff is barely liquor. It's turpentine. Grants overworked conscripts a few rare moments of sweet oblivion on their long, arduous sea journeys north from the continent. Jesus. That's so dark. A few
Do
rare
you want
moments.
that or not? I can take it back.
Damn you, Goots. All right. No need to be hasty. Let's have a look at you.
Alright. Look us over.
I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kitted out properly. I'll do what I can, as a favor to Goot's mind.
It's weird that he wouldn't do it as a favor to Cid if we're going with Cid, but maybe a million mercenaries accompany Cid and they've tried to use that line on him before, so he's like, I don't care. So yes, we can forge and craft in this game, and we have to at the moment. Here, you can't not craft because this is the tutorial. So here we go, and we are going to equip it. Auto-equip.
In the belt, Caesar Square. You want anything else, you bring your own materials.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
A word of advice. Don't let Cid decide what's best for you.
That is very interesting. Someone in Cid's entourage or whatever, one of his confidants is like, Cid's not always got your best interests in mind. Karen's toll, reference again to paying the riverboat guide to get across. You have to pay the 2 gold coins to get across the river Styx. That's the name of her shop, is Karen's Toll. I didn't remember.
I suppose I should thank Goots.
We should thank Goose, but we're gonna finish crafting before we thank Goose. Actually, we're gonna take a look. Oh yeah, we can also
What'd you want?
chat with the people. So to make a broadsword +1, we need more Weirite than we have. Okay, so you can craft items. Iron bracelets +1 we could actually make. Or you can reinforce items. So if we already had a broadsword +1, he could upgrade it to a +2. Or we can, if we had a regular broadsword, we could upgrade that into a broadsword +1 for a lot less Weirite. So basically, if you have him craft the material, it'll take... If you have him craft a new item, it'll take more resources and more materials. The other option is you can buy items from the shop and then have him do the reinforce. And that saves you materials. So if you want to spend more materials, you have Blackthorn craft it first. If you want to spend more gil, you buy it from Lady Karen.
Seeing as you're new, let me share a word of warning. Keep your hands out of the stores, or I'll cut them off and crate them with the others. I'm only teasing. We feed the hands to the dogs.
Nice. Hello, launderer. Are you a money launderer?
What are you gawping at, newcomer? Never seen a man work with his hands? Well, you best get used to it if you're thinking of staying.
Yeah, so that guy actually voices a few people in this game. Pretty sure you can hear launderers' voices, some pompous aristocrats later on. But, yeah, that gives you a hint that people in this world, they actually
Scouts found a pair
aren't
of new
used to
bearers
using their
willing to join us.
hands. They're used to using magic for everything.
More names for Otto's ledger.
Thanks, chicken.
You another one of Sid's strays? What? We all are. Little uns, big uns, and everything in between. We're a damn sight better off here than out there in the world.
So Sid has a habit of bringing in anyone who is a bearer. So you can see his curse mark has been removed. That's what they were saying before. Maybe Tarja could help you with your curse mark. So he has a scar, but he doesn't have the tattoo. Now, the brand itself, like Clive does. Now, I don't know if that would fool anyone. Tarja also has her hair down there because the scar is very much brand shaped. But there is a trade-off in removing the brand that it's not supposed to be possible. So maybe people would still believe that that is actually that he just had a scar that way, because if it's not possible to remove a brand, then they wouldn't think that it was a brand that had been removed. But this shape is pretty damn suspicious, man, so I don't know, some people probably wouldn't be fooled by that. Hello, botanist.
Sid once told me
the
Blight doesn't kill the land, it only makes her
nice.
forget who she once was. She'll eventually remember her purpose.
How is this place
All she
falling
needs is a
apart? It
little
wasn't
reminder.
here before. You have built it. Like, if the wooden parts are falling apart, that's on you. There's only this fallen white material construct. The Fallen were like some prior, more technologically advanced race, and that's where these white kind of, I don't know if it's ceramic looking structures were created from, but those were like fallen. Legacy of the Fallen.
Your brand. Lady Tyre might be able to see to that. You may have been
this
born
guy.
a slave.
Legacy of the Void.
But you're a free man now.
Thanks. Alright, here you go. Thank you for your help.
The gift worked. You have my thanks.
Come on, nearly there.
Goots, ever the wordsmith. So yeah, Sid likes to free branded. Doesn't always go well.
You, blankets, quick as you like.
How about faster than that?
All right, we make him comfortable while the bed's made up. Well, you just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
I'll get the bucket. You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Wait, me?
Yeah, a lot of times in this game has main character syndrome big time.
The hell have I got myself into?
Yeah, the man helping the bearer who is injured here is named Otto. You usually see curmudgeon associated with, you know, grandmotherly older women, not men, but I guess it completely applies. Just not used to seeing it that way.
Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, he won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Yes, sir. Our shifting, sir. Actually do have that power.
Looking after Jill.
Yes, she was. I can't actually use it right now, though. Like, you would think Phoenix shifting would be helpful in a time like this. Hey, Tarja, how you doing? I do like Tarja. She's an awesome character.
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions when she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
Injured bearers.
He's going to be all right.
You
But I'll
haven't.
need to examine them both in the infirmary.
Okay.
My work's just begun.
Yeah, not all the bearers have their brand removed. You can see some do and some don't. We'll find out there's a trade-off later. That's why not everybody chooses to have it removed.
Another fine day at the Hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing.
Most arrive in
Casting off your
Florida.
chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything? You ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now?
Then don't ask me, ask her.
Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
Oh. And thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
Yeah, voice acting in this game is very well done. So, I mean, most of the characters are on point with almost every single line. Even simple stuff like that. Alright, side quests, hooray! Alright, so yes, typical side quest stuff. In modern games, you see exclamation marks on everyone. Ah, yes, okay, cool. So we are also unlocking some features, things that we can do in the Hideaway, 1,000 tomes, and the Orchestrion. The Orchestrion is customized music. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out at this point, Clive. I think you have... I guess he's super surprised that there's such an organized group that exists. Alright, so Karen has our next main quest. I don't know if that advances the game or not. I'm gonna save it real quick just in case. We'll do a manual save. Create it! Boom! It has been created. Oh yeah, I guess while we're in this, like, showing things around, in one of these downtime episodes, you can see here what we saw before, the abilities. You gain ability points, AP, at the end of battles, and the ability points are used how you want them to be used. As you gain more ability points, you can choose which abilities you want to get. Most of the time, the higher cost ones are better, but I wouldn't say that that's true for all of them. There are some super high cost ones that aren't really that great, at least to me. I mean, sure, everybody has their own preferences, and I'm sure some of the stuff that I like a lot, other people don't like a lot, and vice versa. For example, I'm not a big fan of Heatwave. If it's another ability you can get for your Phoenix powers, and if you get it, you can block, throw up a shield, and also shoot out a projectile. And if your shield blocks an enemy projectile, then you shoot out 2 projectiles. So you can use it. It's really helpful versus... it can be really helpful if you know your enemy's going to launch a projectile attack and you time it well, obviously. I do like this one, the Flames of Rebirth. Does this big AoE attack, and it regenerates your health for not your missing health, but any of the darker green health. Any health that can still be regenerated is regenerated. You got a lot of smaller stuff here. Taunt, Burning Blade, Down Thrust, Lunge, Charged Magic, Stomp. Charged Magic and Burning Blade are kind of similar. They let you hold down the button before you do a magic attack or before you do a sword attack for a more powerful one. After it reaches a certain point, it charges. And you can see here, there's the equipment. You can set your iconic abilities, I believe is what they call them, but the abilities that we were just talking about, you can only set 2. Every icon that you equip, yes, there's going to be more later, has one default ability that's associated with it, and then you can select 2 other ones that you choose out of the available options to go with it. And if you go here, you can see, so the details are shown here, and after you learn the ability, you spend a certain amount of points to learn the ability. Then you can spend more points to upgrade it, and then it'll have more damage or an increased effect. This one says here it has an increased number of hits. And then you can spend more points to master it. And after you master it, you can assign it to icons that aren't normally attached to. So you can assign a Phoenix ability to a completely different icon at that point. Not the core ability, but any of the others that you master. Some of the abilities like attack or jump are already just basically mastered when you learn them. Jump, the ability. Alright, so yeah, I do want to talk to Karen first before talking to people about side quests.
I need supplies for my journey to Lostwing. Otto said you could provide them.
What's that? Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
It was more of a request, but...
It's Clive.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed. Though I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
I won't. Not again. Thank you for watching him.
So, were you gonna buy something? What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gil? Life doesn't work that way, lad. Now, let's see some coin.
Shops, you can buy things. Hooray. Okay. I mean, we'll try to keep any of the tutorial things that I go over to a minimum, because most likely if you've seen this game, or if you've had an interest in this game, you know how all the systems work by now. Alright, so we can get... Let's see, how much gil do we actually have? We only have 500, so we can't afford both the broadsword and the iron bracers. At least not yet. But I do generally prefer to buy the items here and then upgrade them with Blackthorn rather than have him craft the items and then have him also reinforce them and upgrade them. I prefer to spend the gil and save the materials as opposed to spend extra materials on everything and save the gil. I'm not sure what the absolute most efficient way to do it is overall. It probably depends on what you're trying to accomplish, but yeah, most of the things, you usually have enough money for all the equipment that you would want in the game, and if you're running low on gil, it would be for these extra optional things, like the orchestrions. For some reason, the orchestrion tracks, like the music, the optional music that you can get for the Hideaway and for other things in the game, are like really expensive. So that's where the gil sink would probably be. So we're going to go ahead and buy the broadsword. It's not much of an upgrade yet, from 75 to 80.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
That was all my money, basically. I'm not robbing you blind, lady.
That's all.
Why, you've barely a gil to your name.
That's true. Torgal.
You're taking his side now. And after all I've done for you.
Torgal's gigantic.
All right. All right, I can make an exception.
Mac it.
But just this once, mind. My stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
Thanks, dog. That is clearly a wolf miss. It's like it might be closer to a horse than a dog. Collect the supplies. Alright, if we collect the supplies, that actually triggers the next move out.
Do you think we should go and help?
It sounds like Otto has everything under control. As always.
Yeah, the different people from different countries have different dialects and different accents, and they generally stick to that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, as I was mentioning before, this game has serious main character syndrome, where anybody could have gone up and gotten Tarja, and you do it. Like, anybody here would have been better to go up and get Tarja, because everybody else here knows who she is, but you have to do it. And then after you do it, you walk like 50 feet, get her, and they're like, "Oh, thank you so much. If you need anything, we'll help you out." Like, I walked up the stairs and I said, "Please help." Clive didn't do anything.
Next time you're in, first round's on the ass.
First round's on the... It sounded like he said first round's on the ass.
If you can read, don't let Otto know.
Ah, yes.
We'll put you to work on the ledgers too.
Yeah, this guy says that for like so long before he finally updates his dialogue for some reason. Alright, so again, we're about to see some more main character syndrome right here.
Ah, a new face. And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
It's such a fancy way to say that. It's just... Sure, we can do it.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have three hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
Okay, Kenneth. Not Ken or Kenny. You're definitely Kenneth.
Oh, meal. How long has it been?
Surprised you're not Lord Kenneth, Marquis of the Underbelly.
Thank you, Clive. Now we have 3 hungry mouths in need of feeding, so you'd best be on your way.
So yeah, they ask you of all people to just
I think he'd have
be
time
a
for a
waiter.
nip with old August before scampering back to his solar.
There you
but
go.
No.
Yeah.
So these people are super happy.
My thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy. For
That's lame, as in he has an injury,
like
not as in he's
only my former
awful.
master did not use me kindly, you see. You left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the Hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that.
Yeah, as we consistently see, people do not treat bearers well.
I'd been cast out and left for dead when Sid found me. There's not a day goes by I don't count my blessings.
Yeah, because it's easy for you to do. 1.
The Iron Blood were
Sid
quick to
found
sound
me.
the retreat once Titan turned
Done.
up.
Done counting.
Good that Eikon of theirs did.
Oh, here's the orchestrion. It's gonna give us a little tutorial. But, okay, orchestrion, blah, blah, blah. So, Hideaway is the song that we're hearing right now. I think it's also Sid's theme song. And we pick up new tracks as we go along through the game. I talked to you already, Bard. I'm not a big fan of that Bard. I'm a fan of his name.
Brooding and scheming.
Spoony Bard. Love the reference to Final Fantasy IV.
Food.
How Clive knows
I was
who's
hoping it might be. Well,
waiting
doesn't
for
this
their
look
meals,
fine?
I'm not sure,
Thank
but
you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect. The old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad. And keep up the good work.
yeah, but what he should give me is like 2 gil instead of a treasure.
It's nice to see the Hideaway finally coming alive. Wasn't so long ago us old hands were ratting about the place like peas in a bucket.
Well, I'm not gonna pee in your bucket.
The Ironblood were quick to sound the retreat once Titan turned up.
Thought a lot of good that Eikon of theirs did them.
That does suck for the Ironblood, but since the Ironblood are generally dicks, we have no problem with that. Ah, there we go. The symbol of this gentleman here, this is the tomes, the 1,000 tomes that they were talking about before. We'll check that in a second. It won't take long to finish these side quests. Jeez, that book is
Well.
it's like the entire size
so
of
much
your
more to farming than
torso.
just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this.
Clive
It won't
sounds
be a
annoyed.
burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait for you to master that.
See that you eat it before it gets cold.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, you master
That's
that.
the last one.
Also, master being
I'd
rude.
better let Kenneth know.
Master not looking people in the eyes when they're talking to you. Better let Kenneth know. Alright, so, yeah, the people who did the food design in this game were nowhere near as good as the people who did the food design in Final Fantasy XV. The food in that game looked spectacular.
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All 3 of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed. Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded.
Okay, Kenneth.
Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves. Speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known.
There you go, Kenneth. You
Hideaway,
can speak
we
like a
are
normal
free.
person.
Truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire.
Maybe not what.
More than reason enough to trust in Sid's vision, wouldn't you say?
No.
Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
Alright, Kenneth, you're freaking me out a little bit, buddy. I don't want to come and visit you again. Oh yeah, in this game you get experience for the side quests and all that. Oh, a little bonus stuff. That's good. That'll help us out. Did he seriously just give us 500 gil? Alright, that's good. A little bit of experience. So, I mean, really, we just handed out 3 plates. So yeah, and this is basically a tutorial on treasure chests, which is a little extreme, but there you go. Now we got an accessory, which is great. Our first relevant accessory, because the only other ones that we had are these rings of timely whatevers. All the rings do is they do things automatically for you, combat-based things. Alright, 10 defense points up. It's pretty huge. When we only had 60 to begin with, that is a nice chunk of an increase there. Like 15-20% increase.
Eat your food while it's hot and see that none goes to waste. Follow those 2 simple rules and you will always be welcome at the Fat Chocobo.
Yeah, so the Fat Chocobo is the name of his restaurant. It's not actually a Fat Chocobo like Final Fantasy IV where you can use it as crazy storage. And you can see the layout of the hideaway here. The faucets is where we found the man washing in the basin, doing some talking to about how rare it was, or how to see somebody doing manual labor and how we need to get used to it.
Uses.
Yeah, one of the uses of dung is to shove it in your mouth and shut you up. Eat shit! Alright.
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the Hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's,
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen.
Alright, we can view the tomes.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
As we progress through the story, we actually gain levels as we tell
subject should we consider today?
About the things that we've seen. And these are pretty interesting. You can actually see there's different categories. And persons of interest, lay of the land, mysteries of the realm, and bestiary. And you can see updates on different characters. And these will also update as you go through the game. So you can see here we had original younger Clive, and it shows what happened at each step, each major step. And these will continue to update for each character throughout the game. And it also tells you of the history of the land, different places, different locations. So very interesting stuff, but we're not going to go through all.
The shelves shall ever be open.
We're not going to go through all that now and go through a Harpocrates update each step or each time that we play through. But for now, we're not going to go item by item because there's a lot of reading there and a lot of people are not as interested in that element of the game. So we are going to talk to him and see how he's doing.
When I was very young
and lived beyond these shores, my father would read to me every night from the only book we had, A History of Valisthea by Moss the Chronicler. So enchanted was I by this realm of myth and magic that when I was of age I enlisted as a deckhand on a merchant galley that I might see it with my own eyes.
Yet, when I arrived,
what I found was a land of war and suffering, darkened by the blight and the evil in men's hearts. Still, I was determined to follow in the footsteps of Moss and record what I could, and so I did, in all manner of places and all manner of roads, until my aging legs could carry me no longer.
Fortunately,
Sid found me by the roadside, so to speak, and offered me a place here, where I might continue my studies, albeit without the wandering. And so, it gives you a nice check mark. I really like that. It gives you a check mark on any dialogue options that you've already gone through. Thank you. Your table. So that is pretty much his table. He owns it. He hangs out there. Yeah, some of the more major characters will have
First round's on the ass.
Do you think we should go and
further dialogue options like that? Like the smaller, lesser characters like long-serving bearer don't necessarily have those, but the main characters do, where you can talk to them and not only
I heard they escaped their masters.
have a little bit more detail on their backstory and what they're thinking about major events and things like that. And you can also see things that it's nice that it actually gives a check mark on the ones that you've already gone through. Hey, Jeff.
Damn it. We'll be needing more wood. But if I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears.
Really? This is really just holding up by...
You there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
Sure you could, dude.
I'd be happy to.
He says that.
You'll be helping me and the Hideaway both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
It looks like you're building a door to a
The Fallen knew their
mountain.
craft, make no mistake, but not even their handiwork lasts forever. That's why the walls need shoring up. can't have the vegetable patch crushed before our first harvest now, can we?
No, I suppose not. All right, where can I find this wood?
Ask over at the White Ads. They'll point you in the right direction. Thanks again. I really appreciate the help.
Why don't you point me in the right direction? Make do and mend. So you can prioritize quests, but there's no real reason to do that. Well, right now it makes no difference because we don't have enough quests for it to matter. So the White Ads, I have no idea what that is or where that is, but given it's right here in a giant green exclamation point, we know exactly where it is. Hey guys, how you doing? We need some wood. You have lots of wood. Can we have some wood?
Excuse me. The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
I didn't learn his name or
that'll
anything.
be Geoffrey, master carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after. You take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
No, not at all. We appreciate the assistance.
Really? It would make more sense if he was a mile down the road than we're like 10 feet over here, buddy.
All the wood you're likely to need is piled up just over there, ready for Master Geoffrey.
Okay. So let's take some planks.
Here we
Get
are.
some thanks.
I'd better get this to Geoffrey, was it?
They're like, oh, can you help? Clive? I'd be happy to. Get out of the way, chicken! Alright, so now Geoffrey's going to give us a lot of reward for walking that
Oh, you're back.
100 feet.
Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe the amount of trouble I had to go through to get them wooden planks for you, baby.
Will this be enough?
This will do nicely.
Every item that you do
With a bit
give
of
somebody,
luck,
like in
walls
many
won't be
games,
falling in
you
on
just
us
hand
just
them
yet.
over.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for?
It's true.
Now stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
There's no need to...
That's not a matter of need, my friend. You're one of us now.
Clive keeps trying to tell him that's not the case, but this quest makes more sense in the... Oh, no gil for this one. Just XP. Oh, crafting material. Oh, gil bug. Okay, so you can see the yellow, basically every item has a description, and then the yellow summary at the very bottom. If you're one of the types of people who's like, I don't care about any of the items in the, where they shove like backstory into the items and things like that, the yellow thing just sums everything up. Valuable can be traded for gil. That's all the gil bug is for. It's just a treasure drop. And the meteorite is used in crafting. So you can read about all of this. Oh, just as drops of molten iron fall from a smith's oven to the floor to cool, so too do they fall from the celestial foundry where the gods forge their divine instruments of war. Or so it is believed. We call these otherworldly outcastings meteorites. You can read all the flavorful text, but some people don't give a shnikes about
This
that.
should be enough to shore things up for a little while yet. Thanks again.
You're welcome. Keep building this cabinet with a door in the middle of it, like a fireplace with a door in the middle of it that opened a door and you get to this mountain wall. I don't really understand the relevance of what you're doing. It definitely doesn't look like you're supporting anything. Like the language, you're like, oh, if I don't build this up, it's gonna fall down around us. Like, you're not supporting, what you're building isn't supporting anything. If you're supporting anything, it's like the mountain itself. The mountain shouldn't be crumbling. Like, the fallen structure might be crumbling. The mountain itself isn't just gonna cave over. I guess maybe because of the blight, maybe mountains would cave over? Anyway, everyone's giving us way too much reward for the small amount of work that we're doing.
They escaped their
It
masters.
might make sense in the context of Sid told them all to do this because he's trying to woo Clive into his service and he wants Clive to join the Hideaway, so he wants Kenneth to give him way too much reward for all of this that he's just handing out 3 dishes instead of 2 gil. He gives him 500 gil and a big treasure, like, eh. But he also, Clive gets to see what's going on in the Hideaway. He gets to see that Cid is helping all these people and that the bearers now have a place to call home and that a place where they're being treated fairly. And as Kenneth said, is that enough to join Cid's cause and follow his vision? No, actually it's not. It's awesome that he's trying to do this, but we don't know why yet. So I wouldn't necessarily say, yeah, that's enough. We want to know the bigger picture before you would commit to that. It's like you can see some politicians donating a ton of money to charity, or some giant corporations donating a ton of money to charity, and then you find, why did they do? Oh, it's a tax write-off. So it's not actually being done in good faith, or it's being done to try and to guide public opinion towards a positive thing that they've done, as opposed to more like to cover up or to push people's attention away from a scandal. That sort of thing. Like, what is Cid really about? We need to know that. You can't just sign on because he's doing some good work. What is his main goal, the main objective?
Fancy a mug of Kenneth's when we're done.
There's Titan shit boulders.
There's Titan shit boulders. Does he? Was that a strange way of saying no? It sounded like you were supposed to be saying yes, but that would be... When the people summon the Eikons, does Phoenix shit fire? Is that incredibly painful for Shiva? I mean, what? Yeah, the Hideaway even has a small dungeon right here. Oh, the music stops when you enter the dungeon. That's interesting.
Another newcomer. You mind the rules round here, or our next chat will be through the bars.
Ah! You got it, Gowler. Gowler. Yeah, here you can see like the fallen material is kind of cracked and crunching. So here it makes sense. The wood is all holding everything back. But the place where Jeffrey was actually working is like on the mountain, not the fallen constructs. This whitey porcelain stuffs. Whatever. I think they say what it's made out of later. I don't recall exactly. But anyway, I believe that's going to do it for this episode of Final Fantasy XVI. We're getting all familiar with the Hideaway, took a look around, and next episode we will be hitting the road, Jack. We're going to be going on a mission with Cid, find out more about what Cid's all about, and also to track down that second dominant of fire that Cid was talking about. So maybe that's what Clive's really after. He wants to find the dominant that turned into Ifrit and end his freaking life. Because Ifrit ended Joshua's life. That was just such a harsh scene. But yeah, Clive, he's driven. And next episode, we're going to go with him on his drive. Alright. Sort of. There's no cars in this game. It's not Final Fantasy VII and 8. What are we talking about? We'll see you guys next time for more Final Fantasy XVI. Oh yeah, we can pet Torgal. Come here, buddy. Who's your good puppy?
Am I going too fast for you?
Shut up, I'm feeding my freaking dog who I haven't seen in 13 years.